It's time to get, it's time to get,
It's time to get real.
get real,
Talking about the things you wanna hear. It's time to get real.
get real,
We got it all right here. It's
Come on.
time to get real.
get real,
Better buckle up, get ready, get set. It's time to get real.
get real.
We got it all right here. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yay!
Good morning, good morning. Live from the Philippines. My name is Jeanette Marco and
I'm Luis Pedron, Festival Director and Program to International Film Festival Manhattan, and it's time for
Get Real.
Get Real! Yee-hoo!
Ayan, good morning, partner. Good morning, Luis.
Good
Hindi mo rin
evening.
tayo sabay as ever. And it's our third week. Maraming salamat. How have you been?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm trying to learn this Zoom thing. I used to call it FaceTime. I still don't know what to do, so I've been calling friends like Daryl Denner and all my friends are like, how do I do this? Meanwhile, I'm going to be a rebel and have this. Jeanette, what do you call this? Is it portrait or it's whatever? I'm going to be like this. It makes me
Hindi ka
elongated
nakalands.
with my poofy hair. Jeanette, you got nice hair. What up? What up?
Straight hair, don't care. I'm in the Philippines. Medyo mura to do your hair treatment. So hence, I'm changing my color. New look, for the holidays.
It is.
The weather is
Ganda.
changing. It's been raining. How about there?
It's been dreary as well. You know how it is in New York. Only 3 months of sun, so it's been gloomy, but cold. But the heat is on already in my apartment, so I'm happy. I'm still setting up the International Film Festival Manhattan, and I found a trophy already for the festival. It'll be made in the Philippines.
That is very
The
exciting. I know
designer
you've
is
been-
my brother Lou is helping me out, but Don Gutierrez is actually designing it in Manila right now as we speak.
very nice.
Jeanette, we'll have lots and lots of guests today. Unspoken,
I know, it's a
the
full
producers
pack.
of Unspoken will be here. Katak Film Society, and a person named Jeremy Newcastle.
Woo!
We're so
Ayan.
excited. You know what I'm excited about? I think you'll be dishing out dish after dish. You're going to be showing us some food, right? Jeanette, tell us about Mista. I know you just opened this cafe at, is that Camp Crame? Tell us about it.
Aguinaldo. Well,
Camp Aguinaldo, sorry.
It's a newly opened restaurant that I curated. It's first time in the history of the food industry that there is such a thing that's called neo-colonial cuisine. So I was able to put together the countries that actually colonized the Philippines and created dishes that are, fusion food for from Japanese, Hispanic, and American food. So that's something new. But I'm not gonna talk about Mista anymore because we have a full pack. We have a full pack morning. Pero mas
I know. Or evening for us.
very excited to know who is Unspoken for. Oh, diba? You have guests today.
Jeanette, I'd like to always say thank you to Johan of PHLV because we're broadcasting from Las Vegas. Pero the two
Yeah.
of us are in New York and you're in Manila. So it'd be so exciting to actually hear from our guests. Like, the energy. So International Film Festival Manhattan will be showing a lot of films. But I've been trying to guess Filipino Americans and movies that have Filipino Americans who are helping out or who produced or directed. So right now, we have a feature film, mind you, a full feature. It's a New York story. And this group is a community. They help out each other. They create movies together. And we will be calling the co-producers. Their names are Filipino-American, of course, Rodney Reyes and Daryl Denner, the filmmakers of Unspoken.
Unspoken.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Daryl and Rodney.
Hi, everyone.
Yee-hee. I know Jeanette has a question for you guys. We're gonna start with Jeanette's question.
Where's Rodney? Rodney, because of your movie, I want to ask, are you already committed or still unspoken for? Oh, yeah,
No, I am unspoken for.
Oh my God! All of you who are watching right now, Rodney in the house, it's still unspoken for. No woman, listen, Rodney. He's blushing. Oh my God.
Ask Daryl that
Daryl-
question.
And Daryl, ask
Rod.
Daryl
Thanks
that
a lot.
question. Daryl is the
Daryl.
director of Unspoken.
Daryl,
Answer that
committed or
question.
unspoken for?
Just yes or no. You don't have to elaborate.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Daryl, are you already committed or or still unspoken for?
No, right now I'm spoken for. I'm committed.
Oh, so he is spoken for.
Oh my God.
Jeanette, I was gonna ask them. So, if you were to define unspoken, why did you make your film titled Unspoken?
Unspoken.
For the two of you, I guess.
Well, initially the title was Unspoken Heart because of what the story is about, which is a man who's in love with his best friend's wife, and he's been keeping it inside for many years, and something happens within the film where he struggles with the idea of actually finally telling the wife how he really feels about her. So initially it was titled Unspoken Heart, but then after talking to Rodney a little, he came up with a great idea, which was just to name the title Unspoken. And when he said that, I was like, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
And it's certainly very intriguing. I usually ask this in my Q&As at the film festival. Any part of this film autobiographical?
Well,
I think
And Jeanette is gonna tease you about that.
I will say no because I didn't write it. I just filmed
nice
it.
way out of it. Nice way. All right.
Okay. Let's leave it at that.
Oh, no.
Daryl Denner, for those who don't know
Daryl's autobiographical experience.
No, well, I mean, when you're writing, you take ideas from all kind of sources,
Of course, yeah. So yeah, let's leave that topic alone. So, anyways, if you know Daryl Denner, he likes to watch classic movies. So, what classic movies did you draw inspiration from for this movie?
Well, I really love movies that have this love triangle going on, between, of course, three individuals. And off the top of my head, one of my favorite films is Casablanca. And, that actually has this love triangle going on. And also, Alfred Hitchcock movie called Notorious. Same thing, you got this love triangle in the movie. And I love, ideas like that. So I tried to, decided to give it a shot, see how it goes.
In the Philippines, they don't just have love triangles; they have love square.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll write something about that.
But Unspoken is somewhat love square, right? I mean, we don't want to give too much details, but we just want to whet their appetites about how intriguing this film is. So tell us about your 4 stars because, by the way, Jeanette, this film won lots of awards in Long Island in the film festival.
Wow.
That was Rodney.
Yes, I'm
What
very
film
happy.
festival is that?
Do you want to jump in there, Rod? Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, just this past weekend, Daryl was able to attend the New York Long Island Film Festival,
There you go.
and we won 9 awards at that film festival. So that was great.
9 awards. And what are they?
Yeah, what are the awards that you won?
Huh?
What are the
different
awards?
awards? The ones you
Oh.
remember. I know it'll be hard to.
It was a audience award for Best Actress. Francis Lozada, Audience Award Best Actor, Brian Pollock, Audience Award Best Director, Daryl Denner, Audience Award Best Picture. We also won the Best Screenplay Feature, Best Actor Feature, Jonathan Wyrick, Best Actress Feature, Frances Lozada, Best Supporting Actress, Mariana Cardenas, and we got finally the Best Dramatic Feature for Unspoken.
Oh wow!
Wow,
That's a whole lot of awards. I
congratulations!
think we got most of the major awards, guys. Congratulations.
They literally
Yes, thank
got
you.
everything. So the names, Jeanette, the names that they mentioned are basically, majority of them are super friends already. They collaborate with each other.
I remember
They're friends, they're filmmakers, and that. How, Rodney and Daryl, how was it to, did you guys actually have them in mind in casting them, and how easy or hard it was to have your best buddies to be part of your film?
Well, yeah, I already had them in mind as I was writing the story. I mean, the story started off as a short film first. But then after talking to Rodney, I suggested the idea of why don't we just take it a step further and try to make it into a feature. And I figured since we're working with, like, as you said, people that we know, I figured it'd be a lot easier to get that done as opposed to springing this on actors I don't know. And so it worked out.
How about Rodney? Rodney, you're best friends with Dal, right? You've done a lot of, you've done a lot of filmmaking together throughout the years.
Yeah, I've done a lot of filmmaking with Daryl for the past few years. Even we did theater together. He was in my web series back in 2010. Jonathan, same thing, theater, film. And it was just really great to get to work with them again. Since there is such a closeness, a camaraderie, there's almost a shorthand when speaking with them, especially when I'm mad at them. You know, they know when I'm mad. So I didn't have to say anything. Yeah.
Do you get mad?
Yes, we all know when he's mad. Absolutely.
I know Rodney and Daryl looks like the types of people that won't get mad. Right, Jeanette? They look so sweet.
Know, that's what I'm asking. Like, how does he get mad?
Not necessarily mad. I more like, hey, can we try something different? Daryl.
Jeanette, you know when I'm mad, right? Like, what do I do?
You just don't want him mad.
No, I'm silent. I do the silent treatment. I think Filipinos do that. They're like,
he doesn't show up and he doesn't
they don't talk. So anyways, yeah. So tell us, there's a lot of collaborations happening within you guys. I know there's other film festivals that you're going to, and the next one will be before the IFFM. I know you will be going to what city?
We're going to, it's going to screen in Vegas.
Las Vegas! Jeanette, they're going to Las Vegas with one film festival.
A lot of people are watching right now in Vegas, so you guys must invite everyone to watch.
This is PHLV from Las Vegas. Of course, we're in New York. I'm in New York right now. But otherwise, yeah. Do you, what is a film festival you'll be screening at on November in a few weeks?
It's the Las Vegas International Film and Screenplay, is it? Festival?
Yeah, Las Vegas International Film and Screenwriting Festival.
Oh,
so we're covering both coasts of America with you, Lewis, with the NY, the IFFM NYC, and then over on the West Coast, at least as close to the West Coast as we can with Las Vegas. We want to cover all our bases.
Thank you. And I know.
I'll ask one question, Luis. Can I ask something? Because we've always, you and I have always worked together with a lot of projects, and we're best of friends. And we know the struggles of working with your friends. And, I want to ask the two of these gentlemen, what are the hurdles or difficulties they've encountered filming movies together when they're always filming with friends?
Okay, Daryl, you go first.
Is this in regards to like shooting with Rodney, or you mean like just even my other friends in the film?
Both of you and Brian and Francis. Like, I know, because I've seen a couple of your movies, Daryl, that Brian and Francis are always in, and I think for someone's point of view, it would be easy because you're always working together since you're friends.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure there are a lot of difficulties or hurdles going through the process with friends.
No, I mean, I can't. No, it always works out. I mean, the biggest problem I have is just when I go to make a film, I'm always, it's like very little budget, or should I say no budget, really. And that's my biggest problem, really, with these films. But as far as like the actors and crew and working with Rodney as well, no, there's no problems. As a matter of fact, a lot of times, when I let Rodney know what shot that I need for the film and everything, he already knows. I mean, I send him a shot list, which I never did before, but he got me into that. But I could tell him, all right, so we're going for this shot. I'll tell him how I want it, and he would just say, hey, that sounds good, but maybe we could get this in the background as well, and so on and so forth. So it's a good collaboration between us. So
Perfect.
I don't have any. I got nothing negative to say about working with the crew that I work with or the actors. And so.
Rodney, I
Yeah.
think what would be difficult is finding those actors, because I know they're super busy. I know you guys are super busy, but those actors are always working. I think that'll be the difficult part in putting them all together.
Oh yeah, like for this film specifically, scheduling was a nightmare. Not a nightmare, but it took a while because of everyone's schedules.
Right.
And granted, they're very talented and they're very busy. So shooting for us, it took almost 2 years to finish to get to our last shot.
Wow.
But-
That's a
but-
long time, 2
But
years.
we wanted to make sure that we had them, and we were very open to scheduling difficulties, and we knew that we wanted this film to be the best that it could be, and I think it did. I think it turned out really well. I think working with other people, especially people there's such high expectations, because these people, but at the end of the day, just that familiarity and that friendship helps you to have those expectations and to exceed those expectations when you're working with friends. And I found that happening a lot with Unspoken and Daryl.
All right.
Daryl and Rodney, we have a tradition here where Jeanette will ask you a question about dish.
Ayan na. So
Before
let
I
me
ask my
you-
final question, though. So
Let
ask
me
your
ask
question
Daryl
to Daryl
first.
and Rodney.
Yeah, it's not necessarily be a Filipino food, but if you were a dish, what would you be, Mr. Denner, and why?
Wow. Yeah, I don't. That's a tough one. I don't know. Maybe I could base it off of what Rodney says. What do you guys say, Rod?
Don't do that. Don't steal my answer.
Yeah, I'll take a little from there. Go ahead. What do you got?
I was gonna say anything. I was gonna say anything adobo flavored because it's very spicy.
Oh,
I love being spicy and tasty. You
Yeah,
like that, Daryl? You want to be spicy and tasty too?
Yeah, but I don't eat many foods, so I don't know. I can't come up with an answer for that one. I'm pretty basic with what I go to eat, so.
Daryl, you better not say protein shake.
No, not a protein shake. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped on that one. You got me with that one.
Daryl's alcohol.
Thanks, Rob.
I guess you'll have to be back to answer that question.
Yes,
So I
absolutely.
usually end my Q&A at the film festival with this question. Daryl and Rodney, filmmakers of Unspoken, why do you think, tell our audience why they should watch your feature film at the International Film Festival Manhattan, and your advice to filmmakers out there who are just starting out in creating their short film or planning to create or film a feature film. I guess
Well,
Rodney can.
okay.
Daryl can start then.
No, I'm sorry.
Go, Daryl.
Okay. I would say it's just it's a passion project of mine, and we made it for close to no money, and just a lot of dedicated people who came together to make a film. They believed in the story, and it's a good way to show anybody who's interested in making a film that if you get a good team together and you can make a film for close to little money. You just need the right people on board with you, and you could get it done. And so, I mean, this was definitely a passion project of mine, and I had my doubts at first when I was going into it, but then I said, all right, let's just do it, and it worked. You just got to get the right team together. And so, and if you like dramatic storylines and like me liking these love triangles in movies, then you're definitely like this movie.
Thank you, Daryl.
I think Daryl's story and the way the actors brought it to life is such a true and really grounded story that most people will enjoy, if not experienced it for themselves, especially since it is rooted in New York. I think a lot of people will get something out of it and see themselves in it, or see someone they know in it, and I think that's why they should watch it at the IFFM NYC. Advice for filmmakers: I would just say fail. Be prepared to fail. You're gonna fail every day, and it's fine. It's fine. As long as you fail, you move forward and you progress. That's fine. Fail. I failed a lot, especially with Daryl.
A lot of rejection.
Thank you, guys. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Unspoken, the feature film directed by Daryl Venner and produced by Rodney Reyes, will be screening at the International Film Festival Manhattan, November 19 to 22, 2020. It'll be virtual. It'll be an online event. Our website is iffmnyc.com, and we'll be actually updating it the next few days because it's still being built right now. But November 19 to 22, 2020 is coming up already. So thank you very much, Mr. Rodney Reyes and Daryl Venner.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Ayan. Luis, ikaw ba ay unspoken for?
Wait. How do you say unspoken for? Spoken for to naman. You should know. So anyways, we have a second guest as well, Jeanette. She has a very long resume. Okay. I'm going to try to read it really fast. She's actually the founder of Katak Film Society, which is showcasing Himalayan films at the International Film Festival Manhattan. Jamila Rose del Prado Lineses is a New York-based Filipino-American, Filipino award-winning female filmmaker who was born and raised in Jeddah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, who have been recognized and published in multiple media outlets in Saudi Arabia, the Philippines, and the United States. She's also a presidential awardee, recipient of Ani ng Dangal, Harvest of Honors for Cinema at the National Commission of Culture and Arts in the Philippines, an organization under the Office of President of the Republic of the Philippines in 2014. She's also NYFA, New York Film Academy alumna, and also recognized support by two unions, Directors Guild of America and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, as a foreign film director in the United States. Alam mo, ang haba-haba nito. I think we should just ask her all these questions. Ladies and gentlemen, the founder of Katak Film Society here in New York, Ms. Jamila Rosel Prado-Lineses.
Hello, Jamila.
Miss Jeanette, you know Jamila, right?
Of course, how can I not know that girl? Napaka-talented.
Teka. Para makita nila na we're international. Can you say something, the two of you, can you converse in Arabic?
Ahalin, akbar, it's Jamila.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ayan.
Alhamdulillah.
As you know,
inti.
Well, alhamdulillah.
Everybody knows.
In the Philippines. Ayan, mag-usap na kami. Mawawala ka na, Luis.
All I can say is, shukran sadiq. Or thank you, my friend. So, the reason why I asked that is I want to show that we're an international show. Actually, Jeanette lived a lot in Dubai. And of course, Jamila was born and raised in Saudi Arabia. So, but our
Yeah.
common thread now is, besides being Filipino, is we live in New York.
New York.
So,
yeah.
people would ask you, Jamila, I know you're featuring the Katak Film Society of Himalayan filmmakers at the International Film Festival Manhattan. I know everybody's been asking you this question. Why, you're Asian, you're Filipino, you live in New York, why the Himalayan filmmakers? Why are you showcasing them?
Okay. So before I start telling you the reason, before I really didn't have any knowledge about the Himalayas. I only knew the mountains and that's it. So long
Mount
story
Everest?
short, when you meet someone, it's very important for that person, like when meeting someone, to have a lasting impression. So that's what happened to me. That's how the inspiration came about with showcasing Himalayan filmmakers. So last year, I was fortunate enough to have met a couple of Himalayan nationalities here in New York, particularly Tibetans here in New York. So they're working actually in my mom's workplace, my aunt and my mom's workplace, and like I always go there, and they have been very nice to us. And as the days goes by, I became more and more interested about their culture. They were very generous enough sharing to me about their food, telling me more about their country, arts, music, dances, etc. So you can say that Katak Film Society was the product of my tremendous inspiration that I got from the Himalayan people, the Tibetan people. And as I get more indulged in their culture, I found out that there are a lot of aspiring Himalayan filmmakers who never went to film school or any art school, and they're all self-studied. So just seeing that and their passion towards this craft really inspired me to create a platform for them, which is Katak Film Society, where it's an organization that will be launched at the 10th International Film Festival Manhattan in this November. It's a New York pioneering organization that is dedicated to showcasing the works of Tibetan Himalayan filmmakers to a global audience. So I hope that our community, the Filipino community as well, will be enjoying this and will be looking forward to this, because if people don't really know that the Himalayan people and our people, the Filipino people, we share a commonality with them because they value family ties and they trust their mothers. And at the same time, they know the essence and the value of hardship because of the history and all, and especially the Tibetans, how they lost their country and everything, which is a different story that will be talked about later on.
Jamila,
I think they're
by the
quite
way,
similar. I think they are quite similar to us. But
they are. They actually look like us too. Yeah.
The one of the first things she mentioned was food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, in our area, which we live in Queens, there's this one area over there that I think they even have a diversity plaza, they call it, where convergence of Indian food are actually there.
Yes.
There are Indians, Bangladeshi, Tibetans, Nepali, Pakistani. They live together, and in their own countries there are some conflicts, but otherwise they live here as one. And one of the food that they actually is a very common food that everyone loves. Jamila, would you mind talking about the food that you were talking about that I guess Jeanette was insinuating?
Yes, I think I know what you guys are referring to. So in Jackson Heights, yes, Luis, you're correct. There is what you call Diversity Plaza. In Diversity Plaza, you will find multiple food trucks that are selling momos.
Momo! The momo!
Ano naman yan naisip mo, Luis? What is a momo?
What is a momo?
Momo. So okay, Momo, it doesn't mean like parang like ghost or something in
Not
our
Mumu.
language.
Not Mumu.
Momo,
Momo.
No, it's different. So Momo literally means dumpling.
Dumpling.
Yes, you have the beef momo, vegetable momo. You also have the chicken momo, and then you also have the alu momo or shogo momo. So
Wow.
alu means it's a Hindi word. Alu means potato, and shogo in Tibetan means potato. That's the best one. I know. I know it sounds weird because it's like potato dumpling. Like what's potato dumpling?
No, but it's
Jeanette-
really good. It's really good.
Jeanette.
I could eat 100 pieces of that.
Jeanette,
Same.
dumpling is my nickname.
Siopao.
Because I look like, no, sopa.
Siopao.
Nawala audio mo.
Nawala. Luis disappeared for, I think he's on mute.
Right. Well, I'll take it from there. So Jamila, ayan na siya. He's back.
So, what are the countries that encompass Himalaya?
Okay, so the Himalayas are actually composed of countries like Bhutan, Nepal, northern part of India, and Tibet. Those are the Himalayas.
By the way, Jeanette, we actually had, since this is virtual, we're pre-taping things already. We've already taped the Q&A for the filmmakers of this group. Jamila, tell them how excited they are to be part of the film festival. They were jumping up and down. But this is weird. Jeanette, we don't only feature Tibetan or Nepalese filmmakers, but these are Tibetan filmmakers from different countries. Some are in Europe, and a lot of them actually still live in India. So Jamila, tell us about how fun was that Q&A.
It was very very lively, I would say. They are very excited, and most of them, majority of them, it's their first time being showcased in an international film festival. Like I said, like a lot of them are self-taught in filmmaking, self-taught artists. So for example, in filmmaking, what they usually do is that they make something and they post it on YouTube, and that's always like almost the case. So being showcased in the International Film Festival Manhattan, they were so happy that finally they are going to be recognized by different communities. So it's going to be not only Himalayan, they're going to be watched by different communities like Filipino, Americans, Europeans, different nationalities. So they were very excited during the interview.
Jeanette,
that is the real objective of Luis
Jeanette,
Pedron.
if you actually, exactly, you know me, right, Jeanette, like we want to showcase new and young filmmakers who haven't been shown yet. But of course, we also show professional filmmakers as well. But if you see the quality of work, a lot of them showcase the mountains of Tibet, their culture, their colorful costumes, even the filmmakers that shot here in New York. Forget it. You won't think that it was done by young people. It's really.
Well, we're very excited. We're very excited to see them at the International Film Festival. I know that there are a lot of work put into work and sweat and hardships put into this effort of being able to put together a society like that, Jamila. It's very noble to actually get inspired by this community.
And Jeanette, one more item. You're not gonna believe it. As per our research, Jamila, are you gonna share to them that most probably we are the only ones showcasing Tibetans around the world as of now? So would you mind telling them about that?
Yes, yes, I would love to share my research with you. From my research, 7 months in that process, I found out that there is no dedicated programming showcasing Tibetan Himalayan films in a film festival in New York. That is something I found very interesting because, according to my research, in New York, where it has the most Himalayan population, Tibetan population here in New York, and there is no dedicated programming. So I'm very proud to say that we are launching this programming at the 10th International Film Festival, Manhattan 2020, and possibly not only in New York, maybe the whole United States. Because the last time I saw a Tibetan film that is being showcased at the festival, that was in 2008 at Columbia University. And then it was just that. It wasn't like a continuous programming. So I'm very proud to say that maybe not only New York, maybe the whole United States, this is the first time such an initiative will be taking place at the film festival.
And of course, Jeanette, lastly, I'm inviting the Katak Film Society to be part of IFFM 2021. In fact, we will do multiple events next year, and we will do one already spring of 2021. So Katak Film Society will be back. Before we end the conversation, Jam, would you mind telling them what's next for you? I know you're still pursuing filmmaking here in New York City. What's next for Jamila Rose del Prado Lineses?
The next part, I guess, would be, like you said, I recently launched this organization, is to actually find, discover, and nurture more aspiring up-and-coming Himalayan filmmakers, and hopefully create a platform again, a learning platform for them, like workshops, online workshops, where I will be inviting guests. For example, my instructors from the New York Film Academy and also IFFM, to educate them about the film business, how they will be submitting to festivals, actresses who are interested to share their knowledge to this group. That is my focus in the next coming weeks or in the next coming months until we collaborate again with IFFM.
Oh wow! But
Perfect.
before I
Yes.
let you go, Luis, I want to ask Jamila if I know if she was a dish, what would she be, and
Will it be
why?
a Himalayan dish or a Filipino dish?
A momo.
Oh my God. I only have to choose one.
Yes,
Yeah.
this one.
Oh my God! Because I was planning on choosing one Tibetan Himalayan dish and one Filipino, but okay.
So like,
Okay.
Just one.
Okay. Pinakbet. Not because I'm Ilocano.
Yeah, your mom is Ilocano from Abra.
Yes,
Yes.
that's not the reason why I chose pinakbet. So pinakbet, for those people who don't know, it's a dish where it has a lot of vegetables in it, like different kinds. So I consider myself a versatile artist. I know that my focus is really filmmaking, but I also am a theater actress, dancer. I'm also a wedding filmmaker. I'm also a freelance film instructor. I'm also a inspirational speaker. I do judging as well. So I do consider myself as a pinakbet.
Ayan. Si Jamila ay isang pinakbet. Well, Jamila,
Ladies and
thank you
gentlemen.
today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamila Rose del Prado Lineses of Karak Film Society. Thank you.
Thank you. Maraming salamat, Christina.
Thank you. Ayan.
Bye.
Thank
Luisa,
you.
we had a very we have a very exciting evening and morning from my side.
Janet, before we go to your side, para in transition, I wanna actually encourage the audience. If you have schedule of your events anywhere around the US, even internationally, just send it our way. Send it Luis Pedron or Jeanette Marco, so we can actually announce your events. I will be reading a couple of things that will be happening before Jeanette will start her segment. Somebody sent me actually a press release of Twitter. Twitter is actually a powerful tool to connect people and communities That's why fandoms of popular artists such as SB19's Atin, Mayward, and BTS Army found a home in the platform. With events, concerts, and awards happening online, the fandom community on Twitter is truly a force to be reckoned with. That's why we would like to share with you all these things about Twitter, and then it actually levels up the fandom experience on Twitter. And then we have seen a lot of powerful Filipino fandoms that are recent in K-pop Twitter data. So do check out your Twitter. I know a lot of you are using it, including the President of the United States. I should be back on Twitter soon. I should actually go and use Twitter for the International Film Festival Manhattan. But Jeanette, I have to read this because I'd like to say thank you to Elton Lugay of TOFA. So this is one of their announcements. Their event is happening really, really soon over the weekend. In fact, PHLV will be broadcasting TOFA. TOFA is, from the beginning, TOFA Awards was envisioned to be the platform for both the high-profile and unsung heroes of the Fil-Am community. And we are making an extra special on a 10th anniversary with 100 honorees. That's what Mr. Elton Lugay said. The legendary Senator Manny Pacquiao, Lea Salonga, Inquirer.net, Ms. Loida Lewis Nicolas headlined the TOFA 100 honorees. Completing the first batch of the honorees are Brendan Flores, National Chairman of National Federation of Filipino American Associations, lawyer Noel Francisco, former Solicitor General of the United States, first Asian American to hold the post, St. John's University President Conrado Campesao, the university's first ever lay president in a history spanning of 150 years. Rappler's founder, executive editor, and CEO Maria Ressa for her courage and conviction. And YouTube sensation and beauty guru Patrick Starr will also be part of it. And White House executive chef Chris Comonfort. TOFA Awards is holding its 10th anniversary special on October 31. In fact, PHLV will be showing their event, their virtual event. In view of the COVID-19 restrictions, Carnegie Hall, the home of TOFA Awards, since its inception, is closed until early next year. So this brings a 10th anniversary celebration online where Lugay aims to repeat the success of TOFA luminaries. The first ever virtual gathering produced by TOFA last June and happening event that helped break most everyone's pandemic gloom. So, of course, Dr. Boy Abunda will be part of this TOFA 100 this year. So, Jeanette, we'd like to congratulate also the 10th anniversary of TOFA, the Outstanding Filipino Americans 100 list of Elton Lugay and all the different board members, including Miss Miles de la Cruz, right? Jeanette?
Yes,
So let's congratulate them for their 10th year anniversary.
To, of course, the honorees, and of course to Mr. Elton Lugay for putting up, TOFA. I think it inspires a lot more Filipinos to do good and rise above the rest. As far as our Filipino community and the community in the United States, we're very blessed right now that we have a lot of awardees for their 10th year, just like IFFM celebrating its 10th year anniversary. Congratulations to the board for putting up like a real good platform for the Filipinos, and of course to Mr. Elton Lugay.
Congratulations, Elton Lugay.
Kanyang hard work.
Yeah, and Tita Miles is part of it too, right?
Yes, of course, Tita Miles have been
Congratulations.
helping them out, and of course Tita Josie, diba?
And Tita Josie Harrison, of course, yeah, she's a vital part of it as well.
Yes.
So, Miss
last year I was there to Tita Josie hosted.
She was the host, right?
Congratulations.
Thank you, Tita Josie. By the way, Miss Jeanette, excited na ako sa guest mo. So would you mind tell us about your guest?
I've known this guy for quite some time already. A very talented performer, a record label producer, and now What's on Film distributor. Siya ang he is actually the one who is helping aspiring artists and very talented artists who are known in the Filipino community, both in New York, in LA, all over the world. In fact, he was the one who helped me release Sophia, Bianca's first single under What's on Film music label. Without further ado, let's bring in the house, Mr. Jeremy Newcastle. Ayan,
Jeremy.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
Hi,
Ayan.
Jeremy Newcastle. Kamusta?
I'm good. Kamusta?
Yes.
Okay
Pretty good.
lang, Jeremy. Can you tell us something more about What's on Film music?
Yeah. Well, it's I've been. It started as a hobby, basically, and then I always look at the West Coast. There's a lot of established artists over there. They have a lot of virtual assets, basically. About people like Jeremy Pachon, Gay Bondok, Melissa Polinar. And, they have a really, really very tight group, a great community of singers and performers with a lot of digital assets. And I was like, you know what? We don't have that here in New York. We have plenty of singers. And then I found out one of the problems we have here is the lack of songwriting too as well. So that's, that's what it is. So since I work in the music industry as a techie guy, I happen to, I know a lot of songwriters too as well, established publishers. And from there, I actually started matching them with singers, local singers that we have. I mean, we have the Broadway Barkada here, which is great. That's something that I think West Coast doesn't have. But a lot of the singers outside of Broadway, and we have a lot of talented singers. And I wanted to give them an opportunity to really showcase themselves and release some music. So that's, I've been pondering about this idea for quite a while now. I got sidetracked for a few years. Finally, last year I was able to launch it. So
I know. I've witnessed the evolution actually from how it started. But Jeremy, talk about your new single coming up.
new single.
And
Yeah.
the first, actually, is this the first single that you're releasing under What's on Film?
No, actually, it's a second one. The first single that I released was "I Will," which is well received because I released that in the height of the COVID-19. I released it, I think, somewhere in third week of March. Although I recorded that late last year, but I decided to, I planned that date already prior to COVID. It's not intentional, and it kind of worked out pretty well because it has a pretty good message. I'm actually a contemporary Christian singer, and gospel. So that's the kind of music that I kind of release, and it's well received because it's very timely. A lot of people got encouraged by the song, which is good. And the new single, I think I'm planning to release it at the end of November. It's called New Man.
What's the title?
What's the
It's
title?
New Man.
New
Man.
Is that just like when filmmakers make their films, Luis?
Yeah.
Is that an autobiographical somehow song?
Yeah. Tell us, Mr. Jeremy Newcastle, who has a new name.
A new name.
Are you a new man?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I know you as Jerome Gentolia,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now
Jerome
you're
Gentolia.
Jeremy Newcastle.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's I wanted to separate my performing life with my personal life, obviously. And if you're in the limelight, people start following you on Facebook. I rather have them go to my my artist profile rather than looking for my real name.
Do you have stalkers?
It's We don't know. Maybe.
Nabubuko si Jeremy. Nabubuko.
It happens to everyone. If if you started releasing music, or if you're in the limelight, before you know it, you'll start getting some weird messages from people.
So,
I-
Jeremy, pero muna, as a new man, ano ba ang latest? What's the latest from you?
What's the late? I'm just busy working. I'm working in the.
Ayaw magsalita.
But Mr. Jeremy Newcastle, I know
Luis,
what- but I know what ikaw talaga. Is he unspoken for? Is that
Are you unspoken for?
I'm married to my 2 kids.
Oh.
That's what it
He
is.
has 2 kids, so that answers the question. So,
Yep, that answers the question. There we go.
by the way, Mr. Jeremy Newcastle, I know you actually compose for, and you actually create songs for a lot of the singers here in New York City. So, what are the latest collaborations that you've created lately?
Lately, I have a few singers in the label. We just released a song for Elaine Vicara, her second single, which is
What's the name?
Elaine Vicara.
Yeah, the name, because we have pictures of so say the title of the.
All over again, yeah. Her name
All
is
over
Elaine
again,
Vicara.
yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then we
Elaine
have
Vicara. Who else?
Krisha Daya, which is I'm not.
Krisha
Yeah, there we
Daya?
go. That's
Right.
Elaine's. And then we have Krisha Daya's I'm Not Broken. And there we
I'm
go.
not broken.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's her first single for What's on Film. And then we have our first rock and roller, Pinoy Rock, which is Kosa. Adrenaline, yeah. It's funny. I wanted to sing that song. Because you know me, I'm a secret rock and roll guy. I recorded it already. It's ready to release. And then I happened to I went to D Haven one time, and then I saw him singing. I was like, you know what? I think his voice is gonna match this song than mine.
Galing,
So I was
galing.
like, no, I'm not releasing this. Go to the studio. I have him recorded it. It's perfect. It's actually perfect for him. So it worked
Luis,
out pretty well.
Alam mo ba, meron akong dream. Ultimate dream ko, I once spoke to Jeremy and I said, you know what, because of this COVID, I should live my dream of having a single release na ako mismo yung kumanta.
Go for
So,
it. Yeah. Have you recorded one already with Jeremy?
Not
Are
yet,
you still
but
planning?
I'm soon recording
wow.
in the
That'll
Philippines
be
and he's gonna
fun.
help me release it, di ba?
Yeah.
So in a few weeks, you're gonna sing it live here, right?
Hindi naman weeks, grabe ka naman, wag muna.
Wait,
But,
you can do recording virtually na.
Yes,
By
yes.
that
just
is actually
a
true.
good
You don't have-
mic, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be here anymore. There are software where we do remote recording
Yeah.
nowadays.
Jenny,
So
let me ask you, with record production, label distribution, and of course bringing the artists out in the open, how has this pandemic actually affected the music industry, especially out there in New York, when we are like so busy on a day-to-day basis, just like performing? How did it affected you guys?
yeah, well, it's there's a pros and cons. The pros is nobody's actually touring now. The big acts, so people are looking for other avenues to watch live show, and now anybody can actually, as long as they have the right tools, they can actually do some streaming and stuff. The disadvantage of that one is everybody's streaming nowadays, so you have to be really, you have to do something special. That's a thing. Also, the submission for songs on a regular basis for to be released on Spotify and everything, it's averaging about 20,000 songs per day. Meaning you're really competing for for everybody's ears nowadays. So it's really very important that you come up with great material. You have to work with a great digital marketing team, artist development team, make sure that you get heard. So
Jeremy, I have a question for you.
Yep.
You know, one of the very old songs that became a TikTok sensation was this guy going on his skateboard and lip syncing Dreams, and suddenly Dreams of Fleetwood Mac became, I think, #1 in iTunes, and the album is now selling millions and millions and millions. Can you talk about how we can all marry all of this social media, music, of viral videos? I don't know, like this could be a viral video because Jeremy Newcastle is in this video.
Yeah, well, what makes TikTok unique is you're not the creator. The audience is the creator. If you're able to actually do a campaign where you motivate people to use your song and make it have their own creation through video.
Right.
So that's actually the difference between it's a new form of virality, basically, and it's fun.
Right.
But I'll be I'm beating myself right now because when TikTok first came out, I didn't get it. I didn't, and then
I have
obviously
not yet.
Oh my God.
I haven't done.
Are you planning to do your own TikTok na?
I don't know yet. I have a team that actually, I'm looking at it now because,
Wow.
I mean, we're pretty, we're having
Jeanette
success
and
with, yeah,
Jeanette and I can do lip syncing for you guys.
yeah, we're having success with Facebook and, IG. That's really the platform that we thrive on. But obviously, TikTok is a new player.
Oh, talking about TikTok, our friend Jeanette, Lorna Tadokoro, who lives in Japan, actually did a dance shout out on TikTok for International Film Festival Manhattan.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I know. Salamat sa mga ano. Well, in closing, Jeremy, hindi kita tatanungin kung anong klaseng ulam ka ngayon. Like,
Hot and spicy.
no, in closing, how can artists actually reach out to you if they want to collaborate with you?
Right.
And what's the process so that they could, start their journey as a record, as an artist, as a singer under What's on Film?
What's on Film? Well, you can actually go to Facebook or Instagram. It's actually What's on Film. That's what it is. Facebook/What's on Film, or Jeremy Newcastle. I'm both. I'm actually in all platforms. It's easy. Just any form of communication through either Facebook or IG or Twitter. I will give you a response right away.
Ayan,
So-
ayan. Pero, because you're a singer, hindi kita tatanungin. Jeremy, I'll do this closing differently. Give me a line of your most favorite song.
A line of my.
That describes your feelings right now. Oh, yan ah.
That's what describes my feeling right now. A line of a song. Yeah, I have a poor memory.
Jeanette. Sige. Baka may I suggest a line for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
And then, hello ko na. So, I always say, I'm so excited and I can't just hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think...
Pointer Sisters. Yes.
So, wait, Jeanette, let's congratulate Jeremy with all of his successes in life, and to God be the glory.
Yeah,
He's a new man now. He is
congratulate
a new
the
man.
artists. They're really, really, really
He
doing a
is
great
a
job
new man.
too as well.
And of course, thank God, right?
I'm sorry?
We're thanking God for bringing all of you together. And
Yes,
you are a new
obviously.
man now.
Definitely.
Ano man, parang ako na lang yata kakanta para sa'yo.
Yeah, ikaw na lang.
Ano kakantay mo?
I'm
Kailangan
trying to avoid
kita.
Hindi, pero man.
Jeanette,
Well,
ikaw talaga.
It was really nice having you, Jeremy, and I look
you.
forward to more record labels and artists being produced under What's on Film label. Guys, a trustworthy record label producer, you can rely on him out of his passion and dedication to the music industry in New York. I've witnessed that. What's on Film music platform is out there for all the aspiring singers and performers. Get in touch with Jeremy, including you, Luis, kung may dream ka to actually produce your own. Last parting words,
Oo.
Jeremy.
Kanta tayo.
Party. Well, I mean, again, thank you for inviting me here. And then, obviously, I'm encouraging everybody to always support our Filipino community. Anything that's Philippine made, we're always support. That's the way we put ourselves in the map, by really supporting each other. So.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And looking forward to more songs. And please come back as soon as you release your New Man single.
New Man
Gusto
single.
namin marinig yan dito sa PHLV. Get Real
Definitely.
TV.
Jeanette,
Thank you.
Jeanette, I know we need to sum it up already, but I always have to say my big thank yous, of course, my IFFM ladies, including Jeanette Marco, Kiara Garay, Susan Hu, Erin Maredo Kane, and Diana Lopez. Bella Owen, thank you very much. Elmer's Baptist Church, OTPH UP Group, Mayoli family, Ate Ces and John Rosso, Rowena, Tamay Patagalan, Lou, Vicky, Luel, my sister, and all my pamangkins and cousins and family from Abra and Quezon. Ate Mal Sila Cruz, maraming salamat. Elton Lugay of Tofa, Tita Josie Harrison and Johan of PHLV, Wayne Pulver, LaSalle Green Hills and UP Buildings, Johan PHLV, Don Gutierrez designing our trophies right now, IFFM plaque, and Sem Cabangon. By the way, Jeanette, remember the t-shirt? Yay!
Yes, of course. Dahil
If you need
nandito ako
this
sa
shirt,
Pilipinas.
Jeanette, you can order from Jeanette our Get Real t-shirt. Yay!
Yay! Ayan, that was made like 4 or 5 years ago, Luis, when we started Get Real TV.
Yes, yes.
Ako naman,
Wait.
shout out to...
Ang mga shoutouts mo, please.
Yes, mag-shout out lang ako sa Pucaberry Cafe and of course, Mr. Cafe, to all my staff who is currently watching right now. Tita Baby, who is in LA, my cousin in Australia, Ting, Sharon, John, Lizette, Eric, they are watching right now, to my brother Jeffrey. And of course, a big shout out to Tita Miles, Elton Lugay, Tita Josie Harrison. Parehas tayo na shout out because they are very instrumental for
For
Get Real
us being
TV.
here, yeah.
To be on the air. And of course, thank you to the Filipino community who continues to support us. Na walang sawa yan every Wednesday, Tuesday ng gabi dyan sa New York.
Tuesday in New York.
and Vegas. And of
Thank
course,
you.
Thank you.
See
To
you-
my
see-
team dito sa Philippines, my assistant Jason, Ashley, David, Dean, Christian. And maraming salamat sa lahat ng tumatangkilik at sumusuporta sa IFFM all these years for
Yes.
more than 10 years. And of course, sa Get Real TV. And of course, sa lahat ng naniniwala sa partnership at tandem nating dalawa. Palagi
Thank
nilang
you.
sinasabi na masyado tayong fluid. Thank you to all our friends. And of course, to
Our
God
guests.
be the
Don't forget
glory.
to God be the glory. Thank you for Jeremy Newcastle, a new man. Rodney Reyes, of course. We have Daryl Denner. They're both from Unspoken. Catacomb Society, Jamila Rose Lineses. And,
The picture.
oh, teka,
Ang
let's
dami
take a
mong
photo.
videos. Ayan, paano mo mag-screenshot? Teka lang mag-screenshot ako. How do you do this? Let's all smile, guys! Hi!
So thank you, Sir Johan. By the way, IFFM, International Film Festival Manhattan, will be happening November 19 to 22, 2020. Our website is iffmnyc.com. Please patronize PHLV and listen to all of their programs. It broadcasts from Las Vegas, but they're all over the U.S. right now. Thank you, Johan and Ma'am Josie Harrison, and of course, Tofa will be broadcasting via PHLV on October 31. And please patronize Bukaberry and Mista in the Philippines. Jeanette, we have to say goodbye. Thank you very much.
It has been a great morning. Operate out of love, and the world will be a better place for us to live.
Jeanette Marco, live from the Philippines, and
I'm Louis Vidron here in New York City for Get Real! Mwah! To God be the glory! Thank you all the guys!
It's time to get, it's time to get, it's time to get,
It's time to get real.
get real,
Talking about the things you wanna hear. It's time to get real.
get real,
We got it all right here. It's time to get real.
get real.
Better buckle up, get set. It's time to get real.